Okay, welcome everybody to the channel. This is All Sim Gaming, and today we are going to check out Silver Run and the brand new expansion pack. Hopefully today I can get through quite a bit. I'm going to try to cover most everything that's included in the expansion pack. Let's head over to Giant's website first and take a look at their blog, because this is where you'll find all the information you're ever going to need to find out what's in the pack and what's available. So today we're going to go through the expansion pack, and if you go to their website and you go to the blog right here, you can see everything that's in the expansion pack, every update that they had so far. So we're going to head down to the tree marking, because that's a question I've received a lot of, and got to load more, is what do the marks mean? Well, they mean a variety of things. They can mean whatever you want, really. It all depends on your style of gameplay. But they do have uh, a set guide that tells you what the marks are supposed to mean. So let's head down, and right here, the double lines are supposed to be for the logging trails. The slash is to remove trees. The circle is to support trees. Uh, that is cut off at this height. I don't know what you would use that for in this game, but it's there. The exclamation point with the slash is a deadwood, and the X has various meanings. Now, where I'm from, we have a single line that is our line tree marks, but they don't have a single line, they have a double line, so that's what we'll use to mark our borders with. And we usually use the slash mark for the cuts. The support tree is a circle here, which is fine. Support trees, they are just trees you leave alone. Apparently, they're going to be there forever, or if you cut them, you replant them. We'll use them for if we're using the cable skidders or the grapple skidders. Support trees are there to say when you're hauling a load of logs out of the woods with a cable skidder or grapple skidder, you'll use those trees to angle the wood so you can make turns and stuff like that. They come in real handy. The deadwood one with the exclamation point and the backslash. Here where I'm from, those trees we cut down and they do not leave the site. Usually we'll pile them up in a spot, depending on how many there are now. If there's a bunch of them, we'll log them out. We'll take them to another site, but they get destroyed because they're infested with whatever, either a beetle, a bug, some kind of disease. The trees are just no good and they can't be used for firewood because that just spreads the disease. So we eliminate those altogether. If they've logged off site, they'll be logged to a designated site where they're either chipped and burned or something. They are not used though. The cut to height, this is more for uh, role play if you're tree topping or whatnot, or if you just want to use like say a support tree and you only want to cut that off about 8 feet, harvest the rest of it, then come back and cut the rest later. The X you can use for, like it says, whatever you want to use it for. Usually, if you see an X on a tree, it means that tree's got to go regardless. It's just out of there. Or marking your roads where you're going in, there's the X's, and use these for property lines. The logging trail that they use this for is supposed to be the path the machine takes in and out of the woods. But if you've actually logged in real life, you know that the tracks of the machine do a pretty good job of telling you where you're coming in and out of the woods. So the double slash we don't use here, but that's not saying that you don't use it there. Uh, for our sake, in my video, we're going to use these as property boundary markers. And we will use red paint for those. And where I'm from, we also use blue paint to mark the trees, to remove the trees. So that's what we'll use the blue paint for. There's many colors. You see a few of them here. There's even more than this. Uh, we're just going to use the red and blue because that's the way we do it where I'm from. So that being said, let's get back in the game. This is Silver Run. This is where you start. They start you off on top of this bridge, and you own the property on the left-hand side of this road. Come running down the hill, and you get to follow this little stream that's over here. This is your property boundary when you start the game. This stream is basically the property boundary, which is kind of cool that Giants did it that way to kind of give you an idea of where you can start from. And you keep following the stream past that little pond. You cross the bridge. Excuse me, my throat's a little dry today. You'll come up to the second pond, and you still own everything on the left-hand side here. And you just got to follow the stream again, find out where it's at. Of course, I think that went past it. I don't know how. Oh, that ended. Okay, the stream ended, and your property line comes up through here somewheres. I think I'm way off course. That's typical. Let's just take a look at the map here. Okay, so you own these three right here. Uh, 33, 32, and 30, I do believe. Nope, I'm wrong. Oh, this is what you own. 36, which is this one here. You own 36, 33, and 32. Now this stream, if you look at the reticle, I did buy all the map just for this video, but this is your property line where the reticle's at right now. You can see that stream in the middle. Goes down to that first pond. You follow the stream, and you see I'll highlight it. This is your property. You'll follow the first stream to the first pond. Then you hit the second part of your property. You follow the stream to stream, and then there's this open area right here. That is where we're going to mark. And this field right through here, this is a field, 42, borders your property. So that, I'm assuming that all these trees in here you can cut. Now you don't want to cut a tree outside of your property boundary because they charge you for it. Yeah. So that's kind of cool because in real life it's the same way. If you cut a tree that's not yours, you will get nailed hard. Now the rest of the property line, you follow this road, and that road just goes up into here, but it also goes this way. And this right here, this straight line, there is a stream in there. That will be your other property line. So you probably won't have to mark that because you can use the natural streams as the boundaries for natural boundaries. Same with the stream through here. But we'll have to mark this little area here. And we can use the field as a boundary, or you can just shoot some paint in there as well. That doesn't matter. Okay, so now if I can remember where I'm at on the map, I get turned around here somehow. It happens. I do apologize for the dryness in my throat and kind of coughing, but I'm pretty sure this is the stream. We own this. We don't own that when you start the game. Yeah, okay, that's right. There's the stream, comes down the hill, and then you hit that open area that we got to mark. So you mark it up to this field, and then everything on the left-hand side is all yours, all the way up until you hit the highway. All right, let's tap back up to the landing here. These are the three pieces of equipment you get to start off with. You get this Volvo BM forwarder, which is a pretty unique machine. It's an old one, and it does have something that's going to annoy a lot of people. The bucket, or the grapple on this thing, does not rotate 360 degrees. It only goes so far and stops, and it does that in both directions. And that's because this machine was made before the rotary buckets were around. So back in the day, we used to have to watch out so we wouldn't rip the hoses off by spinning the grapple too far. That was a problem. Even the log trucks back in the day were the same as this. And let's see, oh, I got something sticking here. That's just my game controller. Figures. And the other machine we get is this Volvo BM. This is an old farm tractor. Personally, I've never seen one of these in real life because, well, it's just never seen one. But you also get this winch, which is just like the one we already have on PC, but for console, this is new for you guys, and this is like super awesome that you guys get winches now. And then we get the old 911 Komatsu harvester. I remember seeing these things years ago. They were pretty unique, pretty heavy machine. They didn't really catch on around here, but we live in a different area. I live in northern Michigan, the Upper Peninsula, so yeah, logging, we didn't get a lot of these up here. But they're still basically the same as the regular Komatsu harvesters, except these ones are on tracks. So that's it. That's all we get to start off with. Now, there are a couple of free pieces of equipment on the map. There is a mining truck and a Volvo shovel, but you cannot tab into them. The only three you can tab into are the ones you own. The rest of them on the map, they are, see, show you where they're located at. Of course, the game's going to save. Let's see. Up here somewhere. Gotta back out a little bit. Up here by the mine, there is a truck and there is a loader that you have access to. And down here at the sawmill, there is a forklift. Both of these are new to the expansion, new to the game. So if you go up and you need some iron ore, you can just borrow their truck and their front end loader, and you are good to go. Don't have to purchase it, which is a nice thing. And same with this for unloading your containers at the dock here. The forklift is already there, so no need to buy that. No need to waste that kind of money. Okay, let's get back to the property here. Let's see. Now, a little quick tip for those guys that don't know, whenever you want to buy something out of the expansion pack, or any other of the DLCs, or any mod in particular, really, just go to your store and come down to this area right here, where it's got the little arrow pointing down with the slash. That brings up all the mods loaded in your game. You see, I've got a ton of them because I'm kind of a, mod whore. But that aside, all your DLCs are generally right at the very top. So if you have a DLC like the expansion pack we're in now, just double click on that, excuse me again, or just click on it and you'll be able to see everything that is in that pack, like this right here that we already own. This is a beast. So just scroll to the right hand side all the way and you'll find the paint cans. And the paint cans are so simple to use. We're going to use blue and we are going to use red. And you can buy as many of these as you want. You can buy them all if you want. One, it doesn't matter. Somebody also asked me about trees the other day, if you could replant the sequoias, the big ones. Well, you sure can. You got the spruce, you got the pine, the stone pine, the birch, the oak, the willow, the maple, the pagoda dogwood, the shagbark hickory, the American elm, the cypress, the downy serviceberry, sure. And the giant sequoias, they're right there. You can replant them. And the logpole pine, I think we're just starting to go through it again. So yeah, basically you can replant anything on the map that you want. Now I do warn you, the sequoias are not worth nothing. I mean they're worth a little bit, but they are not worth cutting. In real life, they are a protected tree, and you will get arrested if you try to cut one. That's a fact. So just my advice is leave them alone. If you want to cut them to try to have a little bit of fun with it, to see if you can do it, hey, it's your game. You do what you want. That's the beauty of farm sim. You play it like you want to play it. But I can tell you right now, they're not worth nothing. I mean, they're very low priced. Same with the deadwood. The deadwood, you don't get much for them at all. They're really not worth cutting. You get more money for the contract than you do the wood. That's for sure. These right here. So yeah, if you're gonna just go through and try to cut all the deadwood to make money, good luck. Yeah, I'd like to see that video. If anybody puts it out there, they made millions of dollars doing that, I'd be impressed. See, now there are some the big trees on this map, like this one right here. This is oversized. That processor we have, or that harvester, will not cut that tree down. But there is a little trick to that. Let's just hop in this little monster, fire it up. Let's go over there and take a look at that real quick. I'll show you how to cut these up with the harvester so you don't have to just cut them down with a saw and then try to figure out your lengths. Mosey on over. And let's try this. I have to do this from the inside because it's a little easier. Okay, let's fire this thing up. Let's set my length, my tree length here. It's at 5 meters right now. That's good enough. Okay, now what we'll do is we'll try to cut this tree down. And it should give you the symbol that is too big to cut. Yeah, right there. It's too thick for us to cut. So we can't cut it with the harvester, but damn it, we still want to get our 5 meter length, and we don't want to, kind of OCD about stuff like that. So we'll just take our chainsaw out, come down on the stump, we'll cut this bad boy. Okay. Now that that's cut down, we hop back in our harvester, and we'll drive up the tree a little ways. And we'll find a thin spot. First we gotta dump our head. We get that down, bring it over to our tree, and if I could set it on the right, there we go, and then hit the button and it'll automatically grab the tree and bring it back to the butt, which was a new thing for Giants in this update, where they had the tree harvesters and stuff automatically start from the beginning of the tree, which is great because now we can get our 5 meter cuts. The only thing I don't care for is once you start cutting the tree, you can't drop it. You can used to be able to just shut the harvester off and it would drop the tree. Let's try that right now. See, I just shut the head off and nothing. It doesn't drop the tree. It stays in there until you finish cutting the tree up, which is all right, I guess. Okay, now flip the head back up. Okay, now just a quick show here. I use a controller, an Xbox controller, and I use my keyboard. I also have a G23, 23, 29, something like that. G23, 923, steering wheel, pedals, and a couple of Logitech Extreme 3D Pro joysticks. That's what I use. So my the way I do a lot of things is I use a lot of controls. Like to drop the head, it's simpler for me to take my controller and I press left or right on the D-pad, and it drops the head. Now you can see in the bindings, see tilt harvester head would be the period key, I believe. Yeah, it doesn't work. Oh, yeah, no, the X quotation mark. It's the one next to the M anyway on the keyboard. That drops your head. For those guys that don't know, that's the one that does it. Okay, and anytime you need to find out how to run a piece of equipment, if you have questions, just look at hit your F1 key if you're on PC. Uh, Console, I do believe you have to go into the settings and put the help screen up, but it's the same place. If you need anything, that's where everything's at. If it's not bound, if you're on PC at the very bottom, it'll have something there that's not bound. So just go into your settings, which I'll show you where those are at. Those are down here on the bottom, the little keypad there. You go in there and it shows all your settings for everything. You can bind everything. Make sure you go to gamepad if you're using a gamepad, or go to keyboard if you're using a keyboard, and you can set anything up the way you want. It's awesome. Okay, so let's see here. Get rid of that, hit our F1 key, and we're back in business. Get back outside this machine here. Get this out of the way and bring it back. So that's how you use the processor to cut down the big trees. You pretty much got to get out with a chainsaw, but all these other trees can be cut with the harvester. And when you're in, that's annoying. One of my controller sticks. So you get that little line. But anyway, when you're going to buy a machine, if I can get the right screen here, when you go to buy a machine, they all now Giants has put on these, like this Komatsu right here, can cut up to 65 centimeter trees. This one here up to 70. And this one, a whopping 102. So this can pretty much cut anything. I don't know if I don't think it can cut the sequoias, but I know it can cut that big pine or what is it, spruce down that I just cut with a chainsaw. This one can do that regardless. I don't think this one can. I'm not sure. It might, but I know this one can't. The smaller ones can't. So 65 centimeters, can't do it. This one can cut all the stuff except for the big ones. Yeah, that's 50 centimeters is as big as that one can cut. Let's see, what else is there that cuts? Nothing, I don't believe. Nope. Yeah, pretty much it. So yeah, just keep an eye out. Oh, wait. There's a one slasher head, or a Hydrox head. She call it shear. That can cut 55 centimeters. So that's even smaller trees. So that's the cracker head or wood cracker head for the Volvo. It's got the blade on it instead of the saw. That's all there used to be back in the day. They didn't have the saws back when I first started logging. If that even tells my age for some reason, but anyway, yeah, that's where you find out. So if you're going to buy a new machine and you want to make sure you get the right machine for the job, so you want to make sure that. Let's take a look and see if these trees actually tell you how many. Yeah, see this, not just tells you the height, 17.1 meters. These can be cut with the hot saw, the John Deere, the feller buncher. That's what you guys call them there. These can easily be cut with the feller buncher. I'll show you that here in a few minutes. So you can just clear these out because they do have collisions on them. You will be able to back into them and hit them with the machine. It'd be annoying. So, and these can be also cut with the feller buncher. Now I start in the spring. I have the spring mod, so there's no leaves on these trees. you know, because they're just now coming in. But yeah, when if you want to clear these out quick, just use the filibuster. As a matter of fact, let's just get that right now. This is also a very cool machine. And we'll just leave the windows right way. Of course, I forgot to bring that up top there. This is one of the best additions I think they came up with for this version, this DLC pack. And this thing is all automatic. It's great. Now I went ahead and, like I said, I bought the entire map, so I own everything on here right now. So we'll just gotta cut one of those trees right down here if I can find one. Let's see, there's one over there. There's a bush and a tree. Okay, so we fire this thing up like you normally would. Drop her to the ground. And just center up on this thing. You are not allowed to cut this tree. Really? It must be a piece, a little tiny piece I don't own. Imagine that. That's my luck, though. We'll see if we can go in here. I know the little hardwoods are everywhere. Aha! Right in front of us. So these are the little hardwood trees. And you see this thing, will cut them. And you can grab two at once. I don't recommend it. It looks goofy. So if you want to keep it real, just, you know, whatever. But we'll show you just for the purposes of the video. See, now I got two of them. No, and it dropped the second one. Oh well. But you can take two of them at once in the head, and it will hold them both. Looks a little goofy, a little unrealistic, so yeah. But like I said, play how you want to play. It's up to you. But these are the ones I want to show you. You can't cut these with a chainsaw, but you can hit them with this thing and eliminate them. I'm sure you can do that with all the wood chipper type stuff. It'll, they just disappear. But like these small hardwood trees like this one here, this machine will take them down. And you can use Moseon to get a couple of them. And of course, there's not one nearby, so what did I hit? Oh, see, there's a collision I was talking about on that little bush. We'll just dump this off. Get rid of that. Now remember, it's going to be kind of tricky. You got to get it centered up on that, on the head here. And as soon as you see sawdust flying, you're good to go. And this thing will take down trees just like they're, you know, nothing. I believe that's a dead wood. I'm sure it is. But you can take two down. I don't recommend taking two of these bigger ones down at the same time because they get a little top heavy. But it, you know, it can be done. Lift up the head a little bit. And she's a little heavy. Well, we'll just dump them. Okay. I guess we won't dump them. Yeah. And thank God for mods. Pick this thing up because I'm that strong in real life. Then we'll hop back in there. And now that I pressed every button except the buttons I wanted to, this thing is actually really easy to run. If you're using a Xbox controller, I'm sure PlayStation is probably the same. But you can just drive up to the tree, lower that like you normally would. This is all automatic. You don't have to press a button at all. And when you go to dump it, just lift it up just a little bit, tilt the head, hit your left bumper, and your B button will drop it. Left bumper and B button. Now, PlayStation is, I don't know what it is because I don't own a PlayStation. But yeah, it's pretty much the left one where your index finger goes, and your button on the right hand side of your buttons, which is the B button and the left bumper on the Xbox controller. Pretty simple, and it's a no-brainer. Like I said, you go up to a tree, all you gotta do is center on the tree, keep your head low, and it does everything from there. Just hooks right up. And one tree you can pretty much maneuver around. It's a little heavy still, so you gotta be careful. Oh, no, stop it. Ah, did it again. Anyway, you can see how heavy the trees are. So just be mindful of that, how many you actually put in this thing. But this cannot cut the big ones, which is depressing. But it's real. So It can cut everything you see down here. It's just those great big spruce like the one on top of the hill that it will not cut. All right, let's head back up to here and let's check out one of these yarders. I've been kind of wanting to get excited about trying these out, and I keep forgetting to do it every time I try to make a video. Get rid of the login mode there. Yeah, let's put our store up here so I don't have to drag everything down there. And let's see. Yarder. Oh, yeah, this pack. Here we go. We'll get this one. And we'll get this little one. Now, I'm assuming these are a lot like the ones I have used this one already. I checked it out. This is pretty cool. So let's just, does that need a horsepower? Specific horsepower to run that? I need a bigger tractor. Let's see, 225 horse. Yes, I need a bigger tractor. So let's just do this. Let's go get ourselves a bigger tractor. Anything will do. Let's just get this big case here. That's 435. That'll work. Bone stock. Now, obviously, you can use whatever you want to use. This is just the one I used. Okay, now with this thing, you got to make sure that whichever place you're going to, the back of the yarder is where the cable goes down. So we're going to get this into place on the side of the hill here. If my backup skills are any good. And we'll get it over. Then you get out of the machine, you go to the back side, and you see on the bottom it says, no, that's not what I'm looking for. Let's get the help screen up here. Up here, switch hand tools, adjust, dust scale, super strength, hudge, blah, blah, blah. Set up your yarder rope. And that's the R key. Or if you're on the gamepad, set up your yarder rope. You hit press down on the left, what is that, left joystick? Sure. Click down on it. Now you first need to unfold the tool. Aha, that's right. To unfold, you are, let's see, why can't I? Oh, yeah, that was too simple. Hit the A button, my God. Yeah. Okay, now we come to the back and we press down on the left stick. And that gives us the main yarder winch, or line, the main line. And you'll see when you come up to a tree, it'll snap up to the top. You can lower it that far, or you can go up. You don't get much options, so, and you can go quite a ways with this thing. As long as that rope turns green, or cable turns green, that's where you can put your yarder. So we'll just attach it here. And let's see, set tree as rope target, B button. And then you have your yarder. It's all set up. Your lines are all run out for your stability, and there's your yarder. Now, how do you use this thing? Okay, well, that's simple. We get on and we cut a tree. Probably should have had these already down, but it is what it is. Yeah, I'm going to cut this one high because it's stubborn. Okay, we'll just cut right there. Now that that's cut, if you take a look at the help menu there, the controls, see, enable carriage follow mode, which is left click on your right stick or left stick. PC controls are, see, you can see it, like I said, it's all right there. Enable carriage follow mode R. Let's see if that works. Oh, look at that. It's coming right down to where I'm at. So basically, though, if you have the follow mode, it'll go where you're at. So you go back up the hill, the carriage goes with you. Go back down the hill, the carriage goes with you. Which is pretty handy, because we're going down here. Now this works basically just, let's see, with the keyboard, move carriage, attach tree to yard, the B key, or if you're using an Xbox controller, see attach key, I think it's left, there it is, right bumper A attaches the tree. This is where it gets tricky for the reel it in. With the Xbox controller, oh no, that's the other one. Ah, my bad. Enable carriage follow mode, switch hand tool, toggle map view, detach tree, move carriage, lift or lower tree. Okay, your right bumper plus your right stick, up or down, will raise or lower the tree to the yard. It's for you console guys. Now, if you're on PC, it is where's it at? Enable carriage follow mode, lift and lower trees, J and N. So it's J and N. And we still have it in follow mode, I do believe. No. So we hit the left click or the other one for the PC. I can't remember what it is. And it'll follow it up the hill. And we're gonna lift this tree up, get it close to the yarder. And detach tree is the right bumper with the X button. And that drops the tree. Now, obviously, you're gonna have this yarder back up in here a little bit further. That way, you have a landing where you can put your trees and you can harvest them up. Which I did not do, so my tree is down the hill. No worries. So that's basically it. That's basically how you use the yarder. There's a little graph if you keep the control screen up, the help menu, that'll show you where your yarder's location is. If it's still in follow me mode, it is now. If you watch as I'm going down the hill, the carriage is following me on that little blue line from the tower to the pine tree, or whatever tree it is. And it's up there somewhere. There it is. Sneaky little devil. And we go back up to the hill. Oh, and you can automatically just send that on its way. There's settings for that. Let's see. Where's it at? Enable carriage follow mode. Get rid of that. Move carriage to yarder. So if you have the right bumper and you left click, it sends the carriage up to the yarder. And it'll do that with trees on it and everything, so you don't even have to worry about it. Hopefully that little quick demonstration was enough to get you guys going and help you out with that. Oh, look at this. It attached itself to one of the trees. That's cool. And let's see. Did that over there too? This one I do not think. Well, I did. Look at that. Wonder if you can cut these down. Well, let's find out. Oh, it won't let you cut. Won't let you cut below the line there. Oh, maybe it will. So what happens when you do that? Nothing. Okay. Well, that's realistic. Well, I don't recommend doing that, but hey, if you want to, you can. And this tower works exactly the same way as that one works. All the controls are the same. I do believe though you have to this side right here is the side you want facing down the hill. Not this side. So the opposite of this side. I'm pretty sure it's this side. I think. Yeah, well, you know what? Let's check it out. Just to be sure. Unhook that. I'm sure you guys are able to figure this out on your own, but I'm doing this for my own curiosity because I've never used the small tower yarder. But I do know the controls are exactly the same. So we gotta set it up. Now you lower it down and make sure it's set up. I wonder if you can have two of them set up at the same time. Let's find out. So you lower it down. And fold yarder? Folding is not allowed? Okay. Oh yeah, you can fold that up when you're transporting it. So if you're transporting, the yarder does fold. But we're not transporting. Okay, so everything's good. And we go back here and set up yarder same way. Aha, yeah, it's right behind the machine. That's what it was. So I made a mistake. And that tree is too small. I wonder how far we can go with this thing. I think we can put it on these hardwood trees. There we go. And look at that. We actually have two yarders set up. I know on PC, we used to have the old winch mods or stuff like that. If you had two of them set up at the same time, it wouldn't work right. But I know this kind of runs all independent, so it's a little different, and a little better. Apparently, good deal. And look at that, it's got both the outer lines. You can run them both in the one spot. So if you have logs down there and you have logs down there, I guess you can. I could be wrong, but I guess you can run them both at the same time. Cool. Like I said, have fun with it. Experiment. See what crazy stuff you can come up with. And post videos. I love to watch you guys' videos. Absolutely love it. I do watch a lot of stuff. So, yeah, that's how you think I learn. Watching videos. So let's see, what else? I know there's so much in this pack. I don't think I can pack it all in one video. I'm at like the 36-minute mark already. Let's see. I told you the machine with the grapple on that doesn't go all the way, so you got to be mindful of that. It showed you how to cut the trees. The big trees, just cut them down, and the harvester will pick them up if you go up the tree a little ways. The mining stuff, blah, blah, blah. The paint. Boy, I think that's about all I can get to cover right now. I know there's a ton of stuff like I haven't went over everything, and I haven't really touched anything in this expansion pack yet. I mean, this machine, this thing is great. Love this thing. You have to do a video on that. This grapple skinner, that's awesome. Both these Volvos are really good. This thing right here, this little Felix or whatever the heck it's called, this thing is great. I mean, I didn't think I was going to like it, but it turned out to be really, really useful. This is basically what you see here. The winches, they all work the same. Let's see. You get the big front end loader. There's this monster right here. This is going to be a lot of fun, I think. But you know what? I think I'm going to wrap this up right here. I'm going to hopefully do more videos, and hopefully you guys got a little something out of this video. We'll go through this whole thing, the shear head, the tree planter, all this stuff in later videos if there's any interest in it. And I'll even see if this thing works. Now, this is a actual yarder for this. Well, what we have here in the U.S., I'm sure you have it in the U.S., Canada, a lot of countries, but they didn't. This is a PC thing. This is not a console thing. Hopefully, the next version of the game, Giants will release, the files and stuff so we can make mods for console like this. So you guys can have actual yarders like in the United States on there. That would be a great thing. I'm so happy that console finally has auto load, which was the containers, auto wood load. Plus, you guys have the yarders now, the cable winches. I mean, that is a huge thing for console. We've had that on PC for quite a while now, but even on PC, guys, I'm telling you right now, this is probably one of the best. This is hands down the best logging DLC that I've seen Giants come up with, and probably one of the most excited DLC packs I've been interested in personally. I have more than to logging than the farming. If anybody knows me, you know that's the case. But yeah, and you can farm on the map as well, just for the hardcore farmers out there. I don't know where it's at work. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Down you see on the southern part of the map, there's field 2, field 1, field 3, and then there's some grass fields. And my plan on with the farm up here, or the spot up here, is I'm personally, in my personal game, I'm clearing this area out. I'm going to log this all off, and I'm going to put a field up here because it's nice flat ground. So, yeah, and that whole area down there that you own when you start the game, I'm going to turn that into a field as well because I do like to farm. I just like logging better. But hey, it's a farming game, so you got to farm, right? So, and anyway, guys, I think this is where I'm going to stop the video at. I'm going to try to get some more videos out. In the comments, throw what you want to see. What do you want to see that came in the pack or any mod, for console or PC? I'm not biased either way. I started on console, like most people. I bought a PC years and years ago, and I've never turned back. And if you can afford it, you can do it. God, you should, because PC is so much better than console. Uh, Console was great for me. I was totally addicted. That's where I got hooked on FS. So, I mean, hey, I don't knock console at all. It's where I started. So, if you guys have any questions, you'd like to see any mod reviews on either a console mod or a PC mod, or how the stuff works, I'd be more than happy to do the research and post another video. So make sure you hit a like and subscribe. It helps the channel out. Uh, I used to be called Acme Acres. If you guys are aware of that old tag, it was Wile E. Coyote. That was me, but my Google account and my YouTube page all got just corrupted, and I can't access it anymore. So I had to start this new one. So if you give me a like and a subscribe, that helps the new page out tremendously. So yeah, that's about it for now. So hey, like I said, if you have a comment, throw it in the comments. I read everything. I reply to everything if I can. If there's something you want to see, yeah, throw it there and I'll see it, and I will do my best to post it. So on that note, you guys have a great day. I know this video went a little bit over 40 minutes, so that's kind of scary. But anyway, it is what it is. And you guys have a great day. And hey, thanks for watching.